So last season, Eltibald got a buff from 12 to 11 provisions, and I was going to play Thrive, but honestly, I played Thrive so much the patch before that I wanted to take a break. And I know a lot of you guys are asking me to put out an Eltibald deck with Thrive, and I figured, you know, why try to reinvent the wheel? Pajabol made a very good list last month, and it still holds true in September 2025, so let's give it a try. Shout out to Pajabol and see how it goes. If it were up to me, I might switch out the Drowner for a Pellar, maybe. It's nice to have a second Purify, because then we could do one offensively. We could also Purify infusions and stuff like that. But, you know, again, I didn't want to just make one change and call it my own. So I played it how he put it out, and I think it's really good that the way it is. So the objective with this one here is to find the Manor's Dark Secret by any means necessary in round 1. So we have Cursed Scroll that we can draw a card of choice so that we can get it. And this is going to help us thin out a card on the Chapter 2, being able to play the highest bronze non-neutral. So it's going to be the Dekkar. And just going to be a thin, you know, we had a lot of points from the engine part of the scenario, so basically whenever you play a unit, if it would not trigger any of your Thrive units, boosted by 2 first, so it pretty well guarantees that, you know, things coming down like our thinners and squirrels and, you know, the second one if we have it, Fisher King, Aguara, these types of things are going to proc the Thrive of the Indriga larvas and the Neckars, no matter where we're at, damsels as well. So, you know, it's really good. So being able to thin, being able to have the constant +2 per turn, essentially being able to spawn out a Thrive engine right away, that's a bit of a control option. It's really nice to have. So, you know, we have round 1, which generally wins with Manor once we get the board full. Because this deck runs Morntart, the last time I played this, I actually didn't run Morntart, but I think Morntart's a lot of fun because we do go wide with the body. So the Indriga larva spawns another copy. We have the Dekkar that spawns another copy. We have the Riders that come out at the same time. We have, you know, Manor spawning out a unit here. So there's a lot of stuff that we can get in the grave, especially if we go into a round 2 bleed off the Kashi round. We get a bunch of the Indriga larvas out there. We're going to be able to get a lot of bodies for the Morntart for a short round 3 finisher worth 20 plus points. That's a perfect case scenario. I haven't really been able to pull off like a juicy Morntart today, but I'm still craving, so I'll probably play this a little bit more outside of the video throughout the season until I get what I want from it. But, you know, that's kind of the finisher play. This is kind of the round 1 play. Eltibald's kind of when you would have the Scoia'tael ideally, because this card just works really well in this deck. So infuse an enemy unit with whenever your opponent plays a card, damage self by 1 with a cooldown of 3. Now the cooldown will be reduced whenever we play a cursed unit. So if you look closely, this Scoia'tael has cursed tag on it, which is really good for obviously just, you know, being able to replay this every single turn. It's going to reduce that countdown every single turn. We have the Damsel that also has cursed, you know, there's a couple things like the Man Trap that has cursed. So we have ways to kind of reduce the cooldowns on that and get a bit more value out of that. Realistically though, even on a solid cooldown, the card does pretty well, just given the fact that we have Scoia'tael that we could play every single turn. If I can get like 2 infusions out of him, I don't feel too bad. He is a target for removal. If he does get removed, then Kashi might stick, Scoia'tael might stick. That's kind of how it goes. So we have that play as kind of like a bleeding potential play, or if we're really desperate in round 1, I guess we can kind of play that in with the scenario, but it's preferred with this and Kashi. We have Heatwave for a bit of control if you're running into muted generator decks or just a crazy scenario. Answer this a lose, we got to be able to get rid of it. If we're against the coin, they play a very important engine. We got to flip the coin and try to get started in our own way. We have Riptide, also a great card to defend a bleed. You know, something to do. It does proc Thrive as well, so we have a board state set up for that, then we can get that and we can do really well with it. I'm trying to figure out why a lot of my cards are showing premium in game or in my deck builder at some rate, but they're not showing premium. Anyways, I'll fix it. It's probably just a game glitch. But you know, you have that. Qcento is specifically for Kashi. And believe it or not, it makes sense to have this card in the deck for this, because if we make another copy of Kashi, it's going to Thrive it from the Qcento, so we get the 1 spawn off right away. We play the second Kashi, we have 1 on both row. We keep clicking the cat, we click the leader, we get a bunch of drones that are all going to be, of course, Indrigas, and they're going to be getting, you know, just a ton of value. So, you know, having this there, if we have Kashi in hand, we can tutor this out with the Oniromancy, you know. That's kind of how you want to do it. If you had to choose one to put in hand from the scroll, you'd pick this one because you can pull this one later. So there's that play. Aguara is good for a lock or remove a lock. It's also good for proccing Thrive because it is a tall body. If you don't want to have something like this, you want to save a little bit on provisions, but you still want to lock, you can go with the Regare. It's not too bad either. but then you most certainly would want to swap out the Drowner for the Pellar or something like that. And, you know, it's a 2-for-1 here. You can kind of use it how you need it. It's doing all right. Fisher King here because, you know, to be able to put something on the top of the deck that we need in order to make the combo work is really important. So being able to put Karen through your top deck, Scenario, Eltibald, Kashi, whatever the case, you want to make sure, scratch a lot, that you get the cards that you need them when you need them, because that's how this deck plays. So having that is ideal. Another thin here is good. So realistically, if we're looking at thinning, we have 1 fix, 1 thin, 2, 3, and then 4 from the Scenario. So this deck does pretty well when it comes to that sort of thing too. Squirrel, just to get rid of graveyard stuff if you're playing against Heist, if you're playing against Oniromancy, Amphibious Assault, Coup de Grace, you know, if you're playing against a Beast deck, Fulminica, whatever the case, you know, you want to get rid of something most often in games. So there's that. Damsel's really cool for control. This thrives up, and then you can actually half power, it rounds up. So, you know, if you have a 7, you can remove a 4, and you're just destroying something. So you can get rid of an engine on the board, and then you can re-proc the Thrive when you play other stuff. So really cool. Mantrap, I typically use this on melee. So to be able to consume a unit, make space on the board, trigger Thrive twice, means double the Kashi procs and all the Indriga Lover procs. If we're really desperate, you can infuse maybe the Larva so that it has Thrive too. I don't like to do it that way. I like to just have this card consuming something, making more board space, and kind of going about it that way. Again, Drowner's kind of one of those ones that you could swap if you want to swap it. I think that, you know, do you want a Spores? Do you want a Pellar? Take your pick. I think there's a lot of good cards in this range that you could use, but I'm fine with it the way that it is too. It's just an extra card that we have for Scenario, just in case. And Dekkar, of course, just an inexpensive Thrive that creates a body for the Morntart. So, you know, that's pretty much it. I would say that this deck is fairly beginner-friendly, and it's competitive enough that you can play this to 2500 in Pro Rank, let alone get to Pro Rank, having a pretty decent time getting there, right? It's it kind of has answers to a lot of things. It has the points that it needs. It's consistent. You know, there's one game where I drew kind of poorly, but I still got it done. So I want you guys to see the good and the bad, wins and the losses. I have 6 consecutive games with live commentary for reference. I think the 4th game is going to be a loss, so you can kind of see what happens when you just get outpointed. And that's pretty much it. If you guys have any recommendations of things that you want to see over the next couple days, let me know. I'm going on a trip next week, but I'll be back on the 30th and hopefully posting again either later that week or the following week. But I'm going to try to get out a few uploads before I leave, just so that, you know, I don't disappear. I'm good at that. So anyways, that's pretty much it, man. I'll see you guys soon. Enjoy the games, and thanks for watching. All right, we got Mobilization coming up here first. I guess we just have to heat wave it. Playing with Scenario. Just hope for the best, really. This can go back. This can go back. It's actually like a really solid hand. We just hold on to Kashi, right? Or Karen Thier 4 Kashi is what I'm trying to say. So I could start off with this. And then I'm probably going to go in for Oniromancy. But it does actually make sense to pull Kashi here. So that's going to be for Avalak, and for the Mutagenerator, and then for my Heatwave, and then... This is what happens when I post deck guides, man. Okay. So they want to save Avalak for Siege later. I think you just take that thin immediately, actually. Just so you don't break it later by an accident. I think I'm just going to play these. I'm still taking my own Oniromancy. I think we're going to put back the Damsel. The objective for round 1 is to get enough bodies on the board, you know what I mean? We gotta get Morntart value here. That's disgusting. Doesn't it round properly? It does. And then we could just go in with the Intriga. Or not. I think we did okay, man. So we're gonna head into like a very aggressive bleed here. They have Oniromancy opposed to Amphibious Assault, I've noticed. So I'm just gonna wait. This might be the best I've got. We could stall a little bit, then go into the curve. So I've already got 6 units in grave.
Give me a target.
I think we just let it be for a minute. Do I ever take Eltibald here? The thing is, I don't have Scratch. Okay, so this is a different deck. Similar concept. That's huge. Do you think they have Secret Service here or nah? Because it would make sense for me to go into the Aguara play. I think this is more threatening, honestly.
The king! The country! The freedom!
Might as well Fisher King here. I want to pull into Scratch.
I'm an officer and a gentleman.
I've got like a 50-50 of getting a good hit. I could also just take this, but they're preparing for it, so... That's actually really good. There is consideration to just pass, honestly. That does make a fairly significant difference, right? This plays for 6. We could trigger Thrive twice. That's worth 4. 7. It's not really enough to want to stay in. The problem is we take away from the Morntart by doing it this way, but we go into a more secure round 3, where I actually get everything, so... So they got Blue Dream in this deck. Actually, that's really nice how they played the first one, so we don't have to worry about as many guards later. 1, 2, 3, 4. They have to use actual leader here. Right? Because they get 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the I guess this order, yeah. Nope, we're good, we're good. keep in mind, it looks better than it is because if they take Blue Dream, they get 2 extra cards, plus they get Leader that's worth quite a bit.
Shit, I knew it.
That's gotta hurt though. You don't want to have to play that. Okay. Good enough for... I wish instead of Squirrel it was Xavier, because then we could banish our own card and it would just be amazing. But...
I pass on every 10th round.
I gotta do it like this, don't we?
Those touched by the curse must be studied inside out.
Just try to get some value off it here. And then we can play the cat second. I just hope they don't siege here. Because the bombardment would kill the cat. What am I going to fish for with Oniro? Probably the Intriga. Actually, it would make more sense to do the Mantrap. That's annoying. There's literally nothing I can do about that. It's going to be worth a lot of points, but I think we're okay. It's a lot of points. I think we catch up though, like over time here, so. I think I'm taking. I don't believe you have a lock. We'll find a way. It's not that bad. Yeah, we got this. We got this.
But we're broke as shit, peddling.
What I could do though is this is actually worth a lot of points. That's huge, right? Really just kind of comes down to what they play next. That's intense, man. Okay, let's do this properly. Looks good. We're fine. I did take away quite a few points by killing off one of the scouts. Alright, we got Deadeye Ambush coming up here next. So the Necker is good. This is not bad. The Squirrel could be beneficial if they're playing Heist. This can go back for now. That's okay. This is real. Like the hand is almost too good. I think we need more trash. But I do want to play curse cards at the same time. Okay, that's better. So I got Thrive 1, Thrive 2. We'll just carry off Scenario in this round and see how we can do. We can't. It would involve me floating this. I don't want to have to commit both of them in the same round. Well, no, we have this to resort, so I'm just going to do it this way. I was thinking just pulling it directly, but we don't have to. We could just do it this way. I don't think I have to worry too much about this yet. If it was Heist, I mean, they would have probably played Heist first, but who knows? Maybe they just want to get it out of the way just in case they can't redo it because they don't have time. Yeah, so it's a trap. That's probably strings. It's like the only one that I would want to heat wave because it gives them round control. I think it's capped. That's just a regular trap. And then I'm going to go in for, realistically, Fisher King for the Thrive proc. I think I'm putting back Squirrel for now in case I actually need it. But this is just something I can play now and feel pretty good about it.
I seek victory, not glory.
Yeah, that's really not the best trap to have here. Here, we can half this so we get another trigger. And then let's put this on top. This is going to have to be where I step out, right? They've only played 2 traps. You're down by 20 plus points, right? 21 points to get ahead here. Yeah, okay. Alright, we got Pirates Cove. They have a lot of points. We got to get rid of the little birds the best we can, honestly. So we have this, which is good. I mean, these are all fairly good. I could save this for later, though. It's better with the Eltibald round. This can go back for now, too. I think this can go back for now, too. That's actually ideal. Scenario from Pocket's really good. This deck normally doesn't have non-devotion, so we don't have to worry about a heat wave for mana. How is that not premium? I'm most certain I actually have a premium copy of it, which is weird. If not, it's getting there today, I can tell you that much. This is actually bugging. My Kashi's not showing premium either, but I know it is. Same with Morntart. So, I don't know. Watch, they're actually Tatterwing and they have a heat wave. I wouldn't say that's the best approach because I can half it, but you're just going to go and, I guess, remove it and kind of play down to 7, get a bit of carryover and leave or something. Yeah, it's going to be that. So we focus on getting bodies on the board. That's the big thing. But honestly, though, I feel like the Drowner is just better if they pass early. Yeah, because, you know, obviously, Indriga's a good pushing card. And we're going to go Kashi here because I want to have it in hand for Karenthir. And then that doesn't work out the way that I want. I guess Indriga has to go back. I could always put it top deck, but I think it's Eltibald that goes top deck. What's nice too is they did use one Fist Tech plus a Trafficker, so they have one of each maybe in a Salamander or Salamandra. Little doggo. So, I mean, this could stick for a couple turns. Just for the profit. Yeah, you won out pretty bad, don't you? The issue, though, is if I let them get back in this round, what they're going to do is then dry pass round 2, go long round 3, and then I overswarm, and their long round 3 is really good. So, I think I'm supposed to keep playing until they pass, which is, I guess, now. This is like a very good bleeding hand. Amazing. Is that my first Oniro? Yeah. I think actually we're going to put back Morntart so we can play deeper. This is perfect. This gets killed to Junior. I'm wondering if I should just actually float it regardless and kind of see how they respond. I could just go... I actually could just go for a larva first. Try to get them before they're broke so that we can get these to 4. I think that's a good heat wave. That's a very long game to have that card on the board, right? We have all these turns and then the following rounds, plus the order on it. That would be a good Riptide. Assuming they click twice. Do you do it a third time though? No? I mean, it's a tag they just don't have, you know? So... you could Junior here and clear us. I think we're still playing in regardless at that rate. Okay, so maybe the draws are not that good. Mine are. Okay, it looks like the correct process here, though, is going to be Sir Scratch-a-Lot first. Hard to say, though, because I could still do fairly well if I just take the first Caranthir. I might just take the Caranthir on the Kashi and just get one started. It is just progressively better, though, to do it this way. It's a slow turn, but it's not bad. I just missed one turn on the adrenaline curve, but I had to handle the Jackal. Just because that was the main spender. You know, Candle gets too expensive soon. This is not ideal. This is going to be their Siggy play, I guess? No? Okay. They're really shutting me down here. That almost feels like it should be a lock immediately. That's 5 points a turn, because I could still go short round with this and be alright. With this deck, though, be careful that you're not infusing something you're going to lock. So we gotta go separate here. If they have a Purify, that's bad for me. They do. At least the cooldown's not now. It's 5 points, though. Let's do it. I think I'm just taking this. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Because like, at least then the Kashi lives. They can kill that, but I still have this. So the Kashi still does proc Thrive. So it's worth playing from pocket. I don't know about all that. I guess because they want to hit it next turn. It might actually just be better for me to take this. Because then I get the 2 procs on it, right? And it's worth like quite a few points. And then we just pass with the Kashi probably. And just go like 1, 2, and 3 or something. I mean, I'm up by 50 points. $49 points. That's going to be a fat graveyard too. We got actually a lot of spawns. They're just trying to get the most tags possible to make the tribute cost less. Do you think I get both cards? I probably do. It's only going to be worth 6 when I play it from hand, though. I think I'm just going to pass. Because they're going to pull, what, a Jacques in second form? Collusion is not enough. Yeah, so I'm getting both cards, and we might actually still 2-0. They're getting a lot of points, like a 6 off this, right? They should have really clicked that Jackal. When you're this far behind, just do it. Yeah, okay, Jacques from pocket, plus that. I mean, we win by... Jackal comes down, they click through. It's close, actually. It's not too bad. Four, five, six, seven.
One man's battlefield is another man's ripe patch for harvest.
It's all the same, really. Well, 3 for 3. You could have done 2. I mean, yeah. Alright, we got Nature's Gift. I have a lot of pushing potential. I feel like Aquin's probably stronger, though. Let's not get too discouraged here, because I got Riptide in my hand. This always goes back for me. I think we can get away with this here, too. Maybe for Shaping, if they're playing Shaping. Can we do better? Yeah. Nope. Did worse. So are they devotion or non-devotion? That would be actually like a very good tide, but I think we're just gonna wait. Let's just roll it out. So if Aquin gets the boost, we take Riptide here, we're doing actually very well. That'll shut them down fairly quick. My only concern is if I can't get ahead by 7, then I feel like we've wasted a turn. Or a round, because I'm committing pretty good things here, you know? Yeah, I just don't see us getting ahead in one more turn. That would be a decent pass for them. Good. They saw the vision. They knew I was gonna kill this next turn. It's still not worth it. Half kill at 2. It's not doing anything. That's clean. Are we just going to play in here and kind of... see where it goes? I mean, we're up by 1. And then I might have room to play her. And then I have maybe room to play Mantrap off the 7 and get like a big thing. And then I have a Heat Wave that we can just take that out on. It might actually have to come next. Again, the pass on 7 and try to defend the bleed would probably be the better move once Aquin's out of the way, but who knows, right? I think you would probably kill the engine first, but whatever. 4, 5, 6. I mean, we get a lot of Thrive value here. I think I'm taking this. If I can save Heat Wave, that's not bad. It's a lot of, like, triggers here, too, and I can kill this if I don't use it. That was a good call. This still gets me ahead, which is beautiful. That's disgusting. 8 deals for a 4, so I'm kind of stuck here. I could take this out, which is not bad, right? Nope, I can't. Oh my god, math is terrible. Again, we're still ahead, whatever. It will thrive back. Right, we're going to be able to thrive it twice. If anything, we just take the heat wave here so that we can go and take the riders. That's a good Eskel. Wasn't expecting Eskel. Okay, Simless into the double springs is really good for me. I think we just let them have the round. Yeah, it's fine. Because I got Eskel and Simless, which tells me that there's probably no heat wave. So, you know, I don't have to worry about like Morntart getting zapped or something. Do I have a chance to get this out? I think we have to actually mulligan. That's like a really good hand. Because then I can guarantee Caranthir or Scratch or Eltibald. Goes to 6. It doesn't actually tempo. If they have a Caress, it's really bad. I think I'm supposed to still take this, though. They got it. I don't have control. Alright, I guess we're doing it. This would be like a really good... Okay. At least we get 1. 4, 5 to 6 to... So we're actually going to take leader here, I think. And that way we could see both cards. I just hope I don't have to spend Morntart here. What's the grave looking like? 1. So to be plus 10. Okay, so we're playing both. Yeah. I mean, it's still not over. Like, I do have a good amount of utility still. It's going to be Eltibald here. And hopefully we hit this one. Nope. Okay. So I won the round at what cost? They still have Gourd. What do I have? I mean, I've got this pair. That's really bad. Yeah, I think we lose. That's so bad. going to be a finisher Eltibald, which is insanely poor. It plays for 11 on the Thrives, but... Assuming they misscored, though, I think we could win. No, it's too much. Too much. Even on the pass, they win. If I had Morntart saved, I would have been fine. That was like a really successful bleed with the Fauve into Tempest. If they didn't have that... we could have had that Tart worth like so many points. Alright. Nature's Gift. We go again. I think Eltibald here is going to be decent. I don't love the idea of Rider when they are able to get dominance so quickly. This hand is actually very bad. It's going to have to be Eltibald Thrive and just kind of go and see what happens. But I don't even have much stuff to trigger Thrive. This is going to be Devotion, right? Okay. Sure. What a terrible hand. I guess we are doing this. There's not really any option. I would actually consider digging deep here and seeing if I can go into a Kashi plus a cat play. It really depends on how quickly they curve. The fact that they've already spent full leader, though, is kind of crazy. Like, I understand that you want to get this every turn, but... Hamadryads or nah, you know? I actually don't even think I'm going to contest the round. I think I'm just going to play the other Nekkar and move forward with my life, you know? Just do it, because, like... what's the point? They've already committed a lot. I might have enough space to play a Larva. There's so much symbiosis. No, we're definitely not playing in here. That is insane. Yeah. Let's try that again. I need scenario so badly. I think in this specific matchup, my best bet is to probably save the Iguara in case they lock Scoia'tael, because I'm probably going to have to ramp with this throughout the round to keep score. Okay, so double harvest. Done. That's really annoying. That's actually a very good Riptide. It stops that just right at its tracks, because that can get carried away, right? We got 9 spaces, times 4 is 36 right off the get-go. I'm good, you know? Okay. We just lay it down here and just kind of... We have to do this the way that we're doing it now, otherwise we're just going to get in big trouble, so... I'm going to go in... Really? And what do we got here? We're probably taking Squirrel. Morntard is not very good. So I didn't get the best Eltibald. I also don't really get the best Morntard. And we just happened to draw terribly this entire match. There we go. I'm thinking that to save space, we probably take away this larva. This is worth, like... I mean, it's worth enough to want to keep. Okay, Drowner's worse, but it's all about, like, actual board space at this rate. What's cool is that I can go early scratch a lot. So I can just play these 3, and then, you know, well, 4, and then play it. Just keep going and going. It's a lot of sim. So we actually get this, which is amazing. And then we remove her too, don't we? Okay. Now we're going to go for Scratch, and I think we're actually going to be alright. Kashi on the range row. We'll just take care of that one too, I think. That's insane, the trades we're getting. This should just be enough points. I think we're doing pretty well. And I don't think we're going to overcrowd. The only concern I have is the Sim 3 is going to add up pretty quick. If they go Call into Simless into double, I mean, what are your doubles? You've already played the good ones here. I mean, Rebukes would actually be fairly good, but that would give me more space. I have to wait just a bit longer here to see if they have a lock. The scenario with the cat is crazy.
mercy!
You're gonna go double rebuke here. Take out the cat.
Reign not ignorant.
Yeah.
Remember to whom you speak.
The problem is that, I mean, we can lock.
Be gone. Leave us.
Doesn't really do anything for me besides that, though. I think I'm allowed to take... Maybe I should have taken this first. It is kind of all the same, though. I guess that will be the heat wave once it gets warmed up. I did lose like a point, didn't I? It's whatever. Gord, let's just assume Gord's worth like 15. Maybe 2 in hand with a boost. 17 point Gord. We're up by 30. And I've got hard removal here plus like a really good thrive. The problem is it doesn't actually proc. You know what I mean? Like it procs these two, but it doesn't proc this. But that is a really slow play to have as your third to last. Wait, doesn't that actually help me? That actually gave me a lot of points off this. I'm pretty sure we go all the way here.
Pride is all we've left.
You're probably going to greed out just getting the extra vitality on the hammer, right? No? Okay. Regardless of what Gord's worth, we're just doing alright here, so. Oh, it's just that. That's why they waited. Alright. I think this will be my last one. Mobilization. I've got Heat Wave, which is amazing, and I have Scenario Access, which is also very good. I think Drowner could be good for Caraballista. I have this pair, which is really cool. I just don't know if I should maybe put something good back for later, like the cat. I'll just pull a Neuromancy and I should be okay. What I find odd, though, is no Blaviken, so it might not be your traditional one, you know? That verification kind of hurts. Bellahoon. Do you think they have a Purify? Nope. At least not in hand. Devotion's a good sign. They're not running Kutkudak, I'm sure. Let's take this now. Might as well put back the Drowner because the scenario flipped. It's a really bad card otherwise, and like I don't see a Caro yet. Watch, I'm gonna need it as soon as it comes out, but whatever. They do have a Pellar, so you're playing... I guess, man. I don't know if I care enough to actually... You know what I mean? It's like... If it gets like significant amount of value in this turn... Okay, it did. I got nothing for that, do I? I mean, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. I could just take this while I can. I might just bow out here. Oh yeah. So it's Reavers.
Let's go. Don't recognize your old mates. We're the Crinfrid Reavers.
Okay. I'm trying to think of the situation here. I think my short round is better than theirs, so by pushing this a little bit, it makes sense to me.
Let's go. Don't recognize your old mates. We're the Crinfrid Reavers.
Especially when I have these two. You just kill these. Lady into Endgate, or oh, near, okay. Sure. It's fine. At least I get a good one, you know? Just hit that here. Should I ever just do a Kashi? Yeah, we'll just do one. I just want to get some more bodies for the grave here.
Shit, I knew it.
That's the original 2 right there. Let's go and take Fisher King. I just put the Eltibald top deck. Actually, scratch a lot top deck. Well, we're going to be pulling it regardless, so. Yeah, I think we're okay with this.
Don't recognize your old mates. We're the Crinfrid Reavers.
Let's get out of here. Reavers are annoying, but they're not what they used to be. So we outpoint that most of the time. I just know that now I don't have to worry about a 10 card round 3 with a Darin, you know? They'll have to bleed in, and we have a lot of armor too. We'll get really, you know, inexpensive Thrive procs, so. Oh man, okay. That's a strange one. So you just lose the round 2 cards down. Yeah. So that's Reavers, last game of the day. We'll see you guys tomorrow.